free from the drama over the next Kardashian folly or worries over lost phone chargers. Here are a few men and women living in a completely uncivilized and isolated world. Welcome back to Inside Tens. Please ensure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so as not to miss out on our other amazing videos. Well, join me as I take you through 10 most uncivilized tribes around the world. Here we go. Number 10. Surma. Surma is a pan-ethnicity residing in South Sudan and southwestern Ethiopia. The Surma, although many documentaries have been made on this tribe, the Surma has avoided all contacts with the Western world for centuries. The Surmas live in a group of a few hundred. Few Russian doctors were the first people who tried to engage them in a conversation in the 1980s. Although they have denied everything from modern civilization, they do use guns to protect themselves. Number 9. Jackson White. During the 1700s, European settlers wrapped up their colonization of North America's east coast. By this point, every tribe between the Atlantic Ocean and the Mississippi River had been added to the catalog of known people. Every tribe except for one, that is, in the 1979s, an unheard tribe of Native Americans walked out of the woods just 35 miles from New York City. They became known as the Jackson Whites, as they had light skin color and were thought to have been descended from Jacks, British slang. Number 8. Lone Brazilian. Slate has called him the most isolated man on the planet. Somewhere in the Amazon, there's a tribe consisting entirely of one man. Like the mysterious Bigfoot, the man always disappeared just when it seems that scientists are on the verge of finding him. He's the only person in the world who retains the customs and language of his people. Making contact with him could be like finding a treasure trove of information, not least of which would be the knowledge of how he survived for decades entirely by himself. Number 7. The last of the Native Americans. In 1911, the last Native American, undisturbed by the settlers, calmly walked out of the forest in California in full tribal dress, only to be arrested by stunned police. His name was Ishi, and he was the member of the Yahya tribe. Ishi was taken by a researcher to Berkeley University, where he told the academic staff the secrets of his native style, and showed them many techniques of living off the land that had been long forgotten, or at least unknown to researchers. Number 6. Brazilian tribe. The Brazilian government has been trying to find out how many people live in the isolated Amazon regions. For reasons of population control, in 2007, a routine low-flying photo operation suddenly came under fire by arrows shot from the bows of a previously unknown tribe. And then in 2011, the satellite sweep managed to find a few specks in the corner of the jungle no one thought was habitable. It turns out that the specks were people. Number 5. Peruvian tribe. While marching through the jungles of Peru, a tour group suddenly found itself face to face with the members of an unknown tribe. Everything was captured on film. The tribe tried to communicate with the tourists, but since the tribesmen didn't know either Spanish or English, they soon gave up and left the bewildered moderns where they'd found them. Scientists had known about the existence and had been searching for them for years without success. The tourists found them without even trying. Number 4. The Korowai tribe of Papua. The southeastern part of the western part of New Guinea, Indonesia, was first contacted in the 1970s by archaeologists and missionaries, at which point they still were using stone tools and living in wooden tree houses. The Korowai, also called the Kalufo, are numbers about 3,000. Until 1970, they were unaware of the existence of any people besides themselves. The majority of the Korowai clans live in tree houses on their isolated territory. Number 3. Pintupi Nine. In 1984, an unknown group of Aborigines were encountered near a settlement in Western Australia. After fleeing, the Pintupi Nine, as they were later called, were tracked down by speakers of their language and told that there existed a place where water flowed from pipes and where there was a general surplus of food. While most of the group decided to stay in the modern town, a few of them becoming traditional artists, one member, Yahya, returned to the Gibson Desert, where he remains today. Number 2. The Vietnamese Ruc. After a bombing raid during the Vietnam War, the North Vietnamese soldiers came in contact with a group of tribesmen emerging from a jungle. The tribe was named the Vietnamese Ruc. Due to the war, the Rucs had decided to stay on in modern Vietnam. However, it was also reported that after some time the tribe clashed and the communist government over the tribal values they had adopted over the centuries. This leads to their mutual hatred for each other. Before we get into the most unknown and uncivilized tribe, make sure to subscribe, like, and join the notification squad so as not to miss out on our other awesome videos. Here comes our number 1 pick, the Sentinelese. The Sentinelese are a tribe of about 250 people who live on South Sentinel Island between India and Thailand. We don't know much more than that. After every time the Sentinelese receives a visitor, they greet him with a hail of arrows. Anyone trying to land on the islands today should write out his will first. A National Geographic team was forced to turn back after the team lead member got an arrow through his thigh, and 2 local guides were killed. They remain uncontacted for more than 60 years. We hope you had a great time watching this incredible video. Thus, let us journey back into civilization and let us know what you think in the comment section. Hit the like button and don't forget to check out our latest videos, now placed left and right on the screen. See ya!